Well, I mean, green digital media and social media, they're all part of the same thing. I just, social media, I guess, is slightly different in that people use it mostly to communicate with their friends, use it on social. But they're part of it.
I wanted to add on that note, the main thing, there's one point that I would make in this entire panel is if you look at the top Google, now that's actually advertising, cover. Now, the top sites have always been, well not always, but lately, it's Facebook, Google, obviously, and Wikipedia. What does that tell you? That tells you that people are curious and they want to know about things, but maximize what we have. I mean, we have so much going against us. We can get all depressed about that, but most people are on Facebook, so use that. I think my friends probably are now hiding me at this point and don't want to be my friends anymore, but mine has never been check out my bikini shot at some concert, and it's never going to be.
What's your website?
It is never going to be. And it has always been, from when I started it, at first it was about animal rights. Obviously, animal rights and the environment are inextricably intertwined. With that, I would be remiss if I showed up and didn't say the other thing that people don't want to deal with, what you're eating, that constitutes 25% of the global greenhouse gases. Vegetarianism is not a hippie movement. You cannot be a meat, dairy-eating environmentalist. I'm sorry. So look into that. I didn't want to. I was raised in Kansas. I promise you I ate more meat and cheese than anybody in this room combined. I'm surprised I wasn't 700 pounds. So it's not me going, oh, it's so easy, this is who I am. I just was willing to look at the facts and for once in my life, just be inspired and go, all right, I'm going to quit sticking my head in the sand. That's the main thing that we have to use social media for, and I would really like to hear your questions or suggestions or helpful hints on how you think that can be done. But for me, it's just maximizing what you have, talking about it with people, being that steward, putting it in the face before people all the time. You don't have to hit them over the head with it at all. In fact, that absolutely won't work. But just keeping it out there. I mean, if it wasn't for somebody saying, hey, were you aware about this, and getting a little brochure on factory farming, I never would have switched my diet. If I hadn't seen a few films and started educating myself and seeing a few more things, I wouldn't have dived into it. But there's one huge difference. There's getting information, and then there's that initial, oh my God, it's so bad, I don't want to be outcast from society, what am I going to do at Thanksgiving dinner, and what am now I have to go buy a Prius, and people get really freaking overwhelmed because they feel alone. And social media is a way for people to go, no, this is fun. You're not alone, you're connected, there's a whole bunch of other people that are talking about this, and to me that's been the most optimistic part of the environmental movement is the social media part. That's the part that excites me because it goes from, and it's basic human psychology, from people feeling disparate and disconnected and overwhelmed and sticking their head in the sand, going, wait a minute, there's a lot of other people that look like me. That are 65 and doing this, that are 22 and doing this, and okay, wait, this is everybody's movement, and there are people willing to talk about it on their Facebook page and willing to email about it, and they're willing to send me a petition in the middle of my workday because they think that matters. And there has to be more of us that are willing to make our fun parts of our lives and our parties at our houses and whatever it is, not beating people over the head with it, but this is just how we live. And this is, why wouldn't you want to come live this way? It feels better. And so it's inspiration. It's social media should be used as a tool for inspiration and connecting people. And because as long as it's doom and gloom, you're going to do what you do initially. You're going to stick your head in the sand.
See, I like that. Thank you so much. You are so involved in what you're doing, and you're so committed. I read all the information about it, and I know what you're doing. But on a day-to-day, 8 hours a day, how involved are you in this business of what she's talking about, letting people know the importance of clean air, good environment, etc. In terms of an 8-hour day?
Well, I'm a freelancer, so I don't work 8 hour days.
I'm going to the store, right in your prime. Who do you talk to? And do you talk? Are you a disciple? We know you're a steward of this information. But are you a disciple? Do you give out information? Do you?
Well, yes, I have a blog that gives out information.
Now, forget the block, I'm talking about an individual person walking down the street where there's a 65-year-old woman walking next to you. Do you ever tell her about what's going on?
I don't stop people on the street and start preaching.
You know what I'm talking about.
But of course,
Conversation.
I mean, I think what Jennifer
Where's
was
your
saying
soapbox?
is very apt here, where it's the way you live your life that others may look at and be like, oh, maybe I want that for myself. So not so much like proselytizing where, you know, you haven't been invited, but more having an attitude of openness and a willingness to engage with people. And, you know, I think it's a lot easier we talked about low-income communities a little bit. It's a lot easier where I live because I am in Santa Monica, where a lot of people are already concerned about these issues, and where even our business interests are often aligned with environmental interests. You know, if we don't have clean beaches, we won't have as much tourism, and that'll affect businesses. So we even get businesses, you know, signing up to get behind environmental initiatives. So it's different wherever you are. But I also wanted to add that, you know, we keep talking about these low-income communities as if they are very disenfranchised and unable to sort of work on these issues themselves, but many environmental groups do exist in lower income communities, and there are strong activists in those communities too, that I think if you lived in them, you're able